Hey guys, welcome back to Dude, it's David. It is day 2 of 17 days in 17 countries. And today we're gonna be talking about Portugal, a country that I really love, and we spent quite some time here. I'm really excited to tell you guys about my experience in Portugal. I first have to say it's somewhere I definitely wanna go back. If you've been following along on this series, I just did Spain. That was the first country I went to in my Europe trip. I went to Europe for the entire summer. It was about 4 months. I went to 17 different countries. And so yeah, let's get started with Portugal. So the first thing I want to talk about Portugal is just how beautiful it is. Portugal had so many cool rolling hills, crazy mountains and valleys with castles and stuff. That was so beautiful and so cool. So much fun to hike around. And not only that, Portugal has a beautiful coastline, beautiful beaches, filled with people. It was amazing. Along with Portugal's beauty is a lot of the beautiful buildings, old cathedrals, like I mentioned, castles and palaces that are so cool. Now, something else I absolutely love about Portugal, I'm so jealous of, I think the whole world should be jealous of Portugal, is the cheap, fresh juice. Out of all the 17 countries I went to, Portugal definitely had the cheapest juice. You could get like a full liter of freshly squeezed juice for like €1.50. Like, that's a pretty good deal. Where at least here where I am, especially in California and America, it's like a few dollars to get a liter. You might not even get a liter, I don't know. It's like triple the price. I loved going to the stores every single day and getting a liter of juice to share with somebody, different flavors, mixed fruits. It was so good. Now the next thing I want to talk about Portugal is the walking paths. Now in the big cities tend to have really nice, like, I don't know what they're called, but they're like this big. They're like stones. They're black and white. And like, I mean, that's what they make the floor out of. If you know what I'm talking about, they lay them all down. They hit them in with hammers and stuff. And it looks super pretty. And so it was pretty nice for walking, nice wide paths and stuff like that. The only thing I didn't like about walking in Portugal was the hills. It was very hilly. Sometimes you'd get stuck walking up some steep hill to get to your grocery store, which it was fine. Guess we got a workout, but it was just sometimes kind of a hassle. We walked a lot in cities like Porto and I forget the other name, but we walked on, a lot of big roads down to main boulevards, which were super nice. We saw some super nice cars as well. And now for those of you guys that know me well, you know that I'm a soccer player. And Portugal just happens to be crazy into soccer. Actually, kind of like most European countries, but Portugal seems to especially love it. I was there when there was a big game going on, Portugal versus Spain, and everybody was out on the streets watching it together on big TVs, and it was so cool. So many screaming, people at partying, and Portugal ended up winning the game at penalty kicks. It was so cool. For at least 3 hours after that, people were, actually all night, people were like honking their horns down the street, like every car was honking. Everybody was going crazy out their windows with Portugal flags. People were getting in big, groups to celebrate together, and I actually went there. It was so much fun. There was a lot of people playing soccer, and I know it's going to trigger you guys that I'm calling it soccer, but that's just kind of what we call it in America. I know it's football. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, there was people playing, they were juggling, and it was just so cool. Living in America my whole life, I've always wanted to go to some really cool countries where they watch soccer together and they celebrate it, and it was just really cool to see. Now, one of my final points about Portugal is that the countryside is very nice, and it seems like a very relaxed country in general. That's what I've heard a lot of people say about it, is that it's chill, it's a little bit slower moving than a lot of the other European countries, and I would have to agree. I did like that about it a lot. Now guys, it's time that I show you some pictures and videos. I'm gonna put some words on screen so you know what the context is, but of course it's all gonna be Portugal and just some of the really cool things that I got to see and do. So here you go. Well, all of those pictures and videos you just saw were amazing memories. I have to say, I really love Portugal. I want to go back there. As always, guys, stay tuned for the next part. That country will be a surprise for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.